So great question, Ivan. And I'd say the answer is it varies, and it varies based on jurisdiction. So I'd say Canada is still relatively slow and a laggard relative to other parts of the world. And the other parts of the world that are doing a much better job and more advanced in their thinking would be parts of Europe, for
Mhm.
example. Even Japan's, has a big $1.5 trillion pension fund, has been very, very proactive on impact and responsible investing.
Right.
In those jurisdictions, they've been doing it for a long time. They have been focused on it for a long time. And, we had a conversation. We had a guy named Michael Bollinger from UBS, which is a global investment bank, come and talk to us. And he said that I can't start a conversation with an institution like a pension fund without the first or second question being either about climate change or
Right.
about ESG. So they are much more advanced. And the irony is that if you think about one of the typical excuses for not being more aggressive on impact investing is that there's a perception that impact investing violates your fiduciary obligation, that your
Mhm.
fiduciary obligation is to maximize return for your, whoever your client is. In Europe, they're moving towards the concept of if you don't consider ESG factors, you are violating your fiduciary obligation. In North America, we're still struggling with if I invest and consider ESG factors, will that be violating? So we're on different ends of the continuum. So I'd say, yes, it's moved. There's a lot more interest. There's a lot more capital flowing into responsible investing, public markets and private markets. There's more products. The rate of growth, if you look at something like the parties that have signed up for the UN Principles for Responsible Investing, is growing. So I think it's now about 2,400 parties, and I think it's $70 trillion. Massive interest in that. The translation of all that talk, especially in Canada and North America, is somewhat more muted. It is not translating as quickly, as directly, as significantly as it is in other parts of the world. So definitely more people talking about it, more people interested in it. The pace of progress in terms of translating that to investment capital flowing is a little bit more limited in Canada.